Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you. This '90s movie is beginning to become more relevant by the day. What '90s movie am I talking about? Well, that would be conspiracy theory.
The first theory Jerry Fletcher ever got right.
There's a lot of conspiracies going on, you know?
May be the last one he'll live to tell.
Picked him up, heading for the bridge.
By nature, I'm not a violent man. If you hurt Alice, I'll kill you.
Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, Conspiracy Theory, a Richard Donner film.
Conspiracy Theory stars Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, Patrick Stewart as the villain, and directed by the late, great Richard Donner. This came out in 1997, and it's actually a pretty good political thriller. You know, it's not the greatest in the world, but it's a pretty good one. It's very fun and entertaining. And considering that there seems to be a lot of conspiracy theories in the world today, and some of them are becoming truer by the day. And since Mel Gibson is sort of in the news himself, I figured, what the heck, two birds, one stone, as I just recently watched this movie not too long ago, and I kind of want to talk about it, right? So it helps out the algorithm a little bit, maybe. But the movie here is Mel Gibson plays this man, Jerry Fletcher, who's a little bit crazy. He's a little bit crazy. He likes conspiracy theories, lots of them. He puts out a newsletter called The Conspiracy Theory, where he lists all of his conspiracy theories. And he's obsessed a little bit with Julia Roberts' character, assistant attorney at the Justice Department, Alice. You know, he's a little bit in love with her, obsessed with her, and he wants to share all of his conspiracy theories with her and everything. And it turns out one of the theories in Jerry's newsletter just so happens to be true. And so he begins to be hunted by Patrick Stewart and the shadow organization and whatnot as it is. And that's where, you know, he brings Julia Roberts' character along with him and everything like that. And the movie kicks off, and it's very, you know, it's very action-packed and stuff. The only real problem I have with this movie is that I do not believe the love story between Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts' characters really work. Honestly, I kind of think Julia Roberts is a little miscast in this. I kind of feel like this maybe should have been a Sandra Bullock role, but that's neither here nor there. But the movie in itself is really great. Patrick Stewart is great as the villain. But this movie presents, to get into the conspiracy theories aspect of this movie, presents a lot of conspiracy theories within the movie, and actually some of them have turned out to be true and stuff. And one of the ones in the movie that I really found fascinating and funny, because it kind of feels like it could possibly be true, is that and it's played off for a joke in the movie when he's talking to Julia Roberts in his apartment, and you know, he's telling her some of his theories. One of his theories is that the first George Bush administration after Reagan, you know, George whatever Bush, H.W. Bush or whatever, his presidency was supposedly all theatrical. It's fake. It was Oliver Stone, the director Oliver Stone, was actually directing the George Bush administration in the 90s because they were good friends and stuff. Why is that funny? Why would I think that seems to be a little true? Well, because Oliver Stone actually directed the George W. Bush biopic after his presidency, which, you know, as they say, the world is all a stage in political theater and everything. And, you know, one of you know, Jerry is actually in the movie, a little bit of spoilers, is like, he was part of the MK Ultra program. So he was sort of designed to be sort of like this, like a hitman in disguise, you know, without him knowing. That's why he's so crazy, because they did, you know, all those experiments they did on the MK Ultra and everything. And, you know, he talks about shadow organizations that actually run the government. The government is being run by these shadow organizations, you know, and also all kinds of, you know, crazy theories that in some cases seem to be pretty true in today's day and age. That's why I feel like this movie is becoming more and more relevant today. Now, this movie, I got it on a Blu-ray here, and, you know, I'm a physical media guy, so we'll show off the Blu-ray a little bit for you guys. It's completely bare bones. There's absolutely nothing on it. And if anything, this movie deserves, yeah, it's one of those cases too. I hate those cases. I need to switch it out. But it's one of those movies where I don't think it's going to get a lot of love. I don't think we'll ever see the behind-the-scenes features of it, the deleted scenes and stuff like that, because of Mel Gibson. And I think we all know why. You know, we all know why the way Hollywood feels about Mel Gibson and everything. But he gives a great performance in this movie. He has this ability in the movie to be like crazy and stuff like Mel Gibson, but also very likable and very enjoyable. And it's his charisma and his acting and his attitude that really brings you along in this movie. And Julia Roberts, she's fine in the role and everything, but it don't feel like they connect. And like I said, I would have it feels more like a Sandra Bullock type role from the 90s, to be honest with you, where then I maybe would have believed the love story a little more. But Patrick Stewart is great. You know, he comes in as all Patrick Stewart, right, and everything. And then you find out that he's like this bad guy and he's part of the Shadow Organization. The ending maybe is a little rough from what I know about the ending of this movie without spoiling it, is that the studio Warner Brothers actually made Richard Donner changes the ending a little bit to make it a little more, I don't know, a little different, a little whatnot. And it is rated. This movie is rated R, but there's really nothing rated R to it, and I don't think it was meant to be rated R because it's not like one of those rated R type movies. It's like this straightforward political thriller and stuff, and it's got a lot of great comedy. It does have a lot of great action. Just the romance aspect of the movie is like my biggest downfall. But like the conspiracy theories, like with Black Shadow helicopters patrolling the country, it kind of almost bleeds into like the drones nowadays that are just all over the country for no reason. You know, and the shadow government organization within the government organization tracking these down using people that have served in the military as things. They even do this like with Catcher in the Rye. Like Jerry, every time he's in a bookstore, he has to buy the book Catcher in the Rye, which was actually found in Assassin's. I think was it Sirhan's maybe? I can't remember. But you know, they talk about that, how you know they found a Catcher in the Rye, so Jerry always buys that. So it's part of that conspiracy theory. And they also go into the whole conspiracy theory about you know, assassins always who you know who did always have like three names. You know, Lee Harvey Oswald, three names, you know. And the only one, speaking of Sirhan, he does talk about it's Sirhan. He can't figure that one out, but maybe he didn't kill, you know. But like all of those, like as assassins have three names, which is weird because you really do all call them by their first three names, you know. But it's crazy when they become that. But yeah. But anyways, if you've not seen Conspiracy Theory, I highly recommend the movie. It's a fun movie. It's a good watch. I can't say it's like a standingly good, but it does make you think because there is a like I can't even go over all the conspiracy theories. I'm trying to think about them when I'm talking because in the beginning of the movie with Mel Gibson, he's like a taxi driver. He just like rattles them off like 100 of them like this quick, and it's hard to catch them all, you know. And it's always funny because they often say that like with Hollywood, they know a lot of stuff, you know, and they kind of put it in their movies to taunt to taunt the Americans, you know, as you know, are they real or not they real? So I think this movie deserves a good watch today. I would love to see it get a 4K or a new Blu-ray with special features and treatments, but I just don't see that happening. But if you've never seen Conspiracy Theory, do yourself a favor, especially in the day and age we live in, because this movie is becoming more and more relevant. Give it a watch. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, this movie, if you've seen it, or if you're going to see it in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notification. That'd be awesome if it earned your guys' subscription, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member because that'd help out my channel immensely. Thank you and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you liked me, hated me, or liked this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever y'all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media because it truly is the superior format. Godspeed.